looking for an Ebenbold. Who's he going to get it on? Full stun on him and Poike. So much damage. There's no chance that he lives out. Getting shot on Flopsy. Nixie flailing to keep his teammate alive. Alex trying to run away. Pistol stun
back at him, and I'm not sure how much longer he can really keep this up. He's not going to be able.
Has no more defensive cooldowns.
Yeah, really, absolutely nothing left for them. And with Dampening mounting higher and higher, how can they really pull any momentum? Chun-Li's just going to touch of Karma to stay aggressive, but Chaos Bolts are flying towards Chanimal. He's bursted down to about half health. Thugonomics now caught into Fist of Fury paralysis. Crowd control by Chun-Li as they're looking for victory. Colo dispels off the dot, but Chun-Li's Rising Sun Kick connects. Drain life on 5%. Healing surges. He fakes the wind shear. He manages to connect a couple of healing waves in these final moments. Colo, he does it. He hangs on, but for how much longer? More healing waves come crashing in. His entire team rotting down, and Cubsy has every Shaman defensive cooldown except maybe the kitchen sink. It's going to be so easy for Cubsy to keep this going, whereas Colo is so far behind, but he's managed to sneak away with Ascendance. Healing waves are coming in, but they're really not even doing anything at almost 50% dampening. Spell lock from Chanimal denies any more healing waves. Chun-Li is all over them. Double Fist of Fury, leg sweeps, paralysis, and Colo's in a position where what can he really do? Van Envious has nothing left. He goes for it, but ultimately falls. Valiantly fought from Colo in these final seconds, but the Super Frogs will take game number 1.
It's going to take 48% dampening, but the Super Frogs able to do it.
Behind the pillar, Envious gets spell locked on his off heal. Colo's just not able to get any healing out right now. Fist of Fury onto Chun-Li. Chun-Li is overextended as well, dipping down to about 10%. Smexton's still forced to just run away.
Yeah, Smexton in a lot of trouble right now. Colo needs to connect some heals. Smexton still kiting away. Can Chun-Li reconnect with the Fist of Fury stun? Smexton has nothing left. Fear onto Colo. Any stun on Smexton and he is gone. Unfortunately, Chun-Li getting CC'd up there. Smexton still running away. No touch of Karma available. Chanimal's taking him down with the Drain Soul, but the interrupt comes in. And I think ultimately it was the Lava Burst coming in from Cubsy that closes out this game. Super Frogs going up 2-0.
Super Frogs needed to get deep into dampening to take the last one. This one, they are going to be able to take swiftly, and this is an elimination series here. So Super Frogs going to find themselves already in striking distance of representing NA in the lower portion of the bracket.
Yeah, and I mean, Super Frogs, they need to get one more win on the board. Super Rejects, I do commend them for trying out something new. They already know.
One site, catches one, healing wave catches two. Thugonomics now maybe intercepting, not able to find too much. Chun-Li is going to Fist of Fury. Thugonomics pausing it out, but now they've stacked up for Smexton's Fist of Fury. Chanimal still in a bit of trouble, and on this map, with these melee classes, he's never going to get away.
Yeah, incapacitate on the Thugonomics. Chun-Li doing everything he can to keep him alive. Smexton and Thugonomics getting double stunned by that Infernal. Good job by Chanimals to do some healing, but he gets interrupted. And like you said, Sid, he cannot get away. Interrupt now into Colo. They need to find some pressure onto Smexton and Thugonomics, but both these melee are just so durable in this matchup.
All right, we see Chun-Li setting up a swap onto Colo. A lot of pressure. This is match point to huge Rising Sun Kick, and he just KOs him. The Super Frogs are going to super reject the Super Rejects, advancing in the lower bracket.
Chun-Li! Oh my goodness, what a crazy,
right back at him, and I'm not sure how much longer he can really keep this up. He's not going to be able to. Valiantly fought. The mover completely tapped on mana throughout that onslaught. Potentially a cross kill here, as Peekaboo has nothing left then.
Yeah, Peekaboo getting lower and lower. Do they have any follow-up for Absturge? No Spirit Link Totem going to be dropped out there. Peekaboo getting lower and lower. Trill trying to reconnect. It looks like Peekaboo ultimately will survive. And honestly, Samayam did an incredible job surviving there. Fake casting the interrupts in such a clutch moment. But it looks like Method Orange, they're still going for it. I can't see them winning this game at this point.
The DR to 68 onto Absturge. He's left crowd control. His entire team starting to restabilize. And Mez on 10% with really nothing left after this shield fades to keep him going. He's still going to play it out, obviously. You never know what can happen, but Mez will be falling here shortly. He's just defiantly staying alive. Mez will fall. The move will take game number 1. Nonetheless, a great showing, I think, for Samayam.
We knew
all in on WizK. Intimidating shout on Absturge. They need to get a disarm to deny the Icebound Fortitude, but they're not even forcing that. They use a Chaos Nova on Absturge, keeping him crowd controlled slightly longer. They get the Icebound Fortitude. They disarm him 1 second too late. He trinkets it to connect the second Death Strike. The all-in has basically been thwarted. Now Samayam will be in a lot of trouble then.
Yeah, he gets kicked by Peekaboo into a full kidney shot, but WizK can't connect. Full blind on Mez. He has no trinket available. He already used it earlier to get that darkness on Samayam, but good job by Trill, really snaring tearing up WizK, making it difficult for him to reconnect, but Peekaboo's doing such a good job just soloing down Samayam.
Yeah, if he can keep this momentum, as soon as WizK gets there, nice and prison on the Wraith Walk, it's just a 1v1, and Peekaboo is just destroying Samayam. He needs to cast a healing move. He's running back to WizK. This is a critical error. Now they're both going to connect onto the stun. This is easily a Trinket Spirit Link. He gets silenced on the Trinket and just goes down. The move, swinging this series now 2-0.
They are going to be in striking distance of facing off against another EU team, going to be in striking distance of eliminating Method Orange from the tournament. One game could decide the entire fate of Method Orange here, and that would be back-to-back lands that they do get eliminated in that first round of elimination. And also, this has kind of been
so difficult as that rock that Death Knight to actually reconnect to his target. Peekaboo already used his Cloak of Shadows earlier to get out of that root totem a little bit earlier. Samayam actually allowing Peekaboo to re-stealth. Unfortunately, now Peekaboo's going to have a big opener onto Samayam, but still, WizK not there to find the damage. Disarm now onto WizK, trying to deny any death strikes, but the Wraith Walk eventually comes out from WizK as they reconnect onto Samayam. Unfortunately, getting rooted on his Gust of Wind. He's in a lot of trouble, Sid.
He drops the Earthen Shield Totem. Will that be enough protection through WizK's attack? Trill's moving over. Will they be able to push them back? No Spirit Link Totem will be used preemptively, but it's right before the Kidney Shot. Now he has to Trinket and Astral Shift. He's traded all of his defensive cooldowns. It's all or nothing. Samayam needs to stay alive just a little bit longer if they can take WizK down. Abster just needs to Spirit Link and spam Purge, I think, at this point, but he's kind of out of position. WizK's almost next to range, but Samayam will fall first, and they will not be able to connect. Trill Blade Storm's over, but that Spirit Link Totem from Absterge will easily close this series out. The move advanced 3-0.
Method Orange will be the first team eliminated from the summer final, but they are not out of qualification for BlizzCon. This is just going to put an additional stress on them headed into that
midpoint. Get put into the blind now. Will he trinket it? Raikou looking for an Ebon Bolt right now. He gets spell locked on it. He's so low on HP. The temporal shield, massive healing coming through. And now they reverse the pressure on the Jamie, but beautiful fears onto Waz from Alec there. Gonna deny the pressure, and Jamie doesn't need to use any defensives. They find a capstun into a hex on the Chaz. Raikou's in so much trouble.
No way.
The wind shield. He's gonna take him down. Surely Chaz with the Rapture shields. He's able to survive, but now by the skin of their teeth.
That was so scary. Chaz now has his trinket, so it's not going to be as scary, but big burst coming in from Jamie onto Raikou. Raikou has just been forced so defensive in this game, not being able to get any polymorphs over on him in Poike. They just really haven't been able to find the damage. Kidney Shot now on him in Poike. Was trying to make something happen, but big burst out of Raikou. Fear on Chaz, and Temple Storm has done the impossible. They go up 1-0 against Method Black.
You need to actually think right now at home about how crazy
Rush through this. He gets completely destroyed through that basket, ends up having to use that trinket, and now there's a scenario where he could get a full blind onto Mimpoike. Alec has no trinket as well. This is so much trouble for Tempo Storm. Method
Black needs one good setup. Nixie has no trinket. Good pressure out onto him. If they can get a good setup on Nixie with the Icy Veins or another swap over on him in Poike, goodbye that Resto Druid. Alex has no trinket as well, so this is really Method Black's option. Full blind now on him in Poike. Good pressure coming out. Can they find their target? It looks like they want to set up on Minpoike out of this sap. Cheap shot onto Nixie. Raikou looking for an Ebon Bolt. Who's he going to get it on? Full stun on him in Poike. So much damage. There's no chance that he lives this. Method Black strikes back.
That was textbook Method Black right there. Just completely annihilating him from the start of the game, stopping that gate, to getting the kill onto Mimpoike. Absolutely perfect play from start to finish.
Yeah, that's the Method Black that we know and love. Definitely coming out.
Chaz as well. He is just gunning for him.
Yep, Jamie putting good pressure on Swasti, but his positioning with Chaz has been excellent this game. There's the fear on Jamie. It looks like another swap on Poike. He's forced to trinket as well as use that Astral Shift. Waz is going to have a Plunder Armor. If they can hold on 30 seconds, get a swap on him in Poike, they really have nothing for it except that key darkness from Jamie. So Jamie's going to have to come in clutch, but they cross-crowd control him. He has no trinket. Method Black has a huge opening coming up very shortly.
Indeed, Method Black could potentially take this game if they abuse the fact that they don't have any trinkets. They have the Plunder Armor coming up soon. If Waz gets the coin debuff, he's going to be able to completely solo stun the entire team and get a kill, but it's going to come up in 5 seconds, so we're going to see him make a move very soon. Alec getting a lot of unstable afflictions. Waz choosing to Cloak of Shadows and they'll top it. There's the blind. This is the go to kill, and it absolutely gets crushed by this Outlaw Plunder Armor. That was the perfect setup they needed. They forced the trigger from Mimpoike, and then they were able to just set up cleanly onto Jamie.
Swapsy all alone by himself. He needs to survive just a little bit longer. There's no more crowd control onto Chaz. He needs to get the cast out. Dismantle onto Nixie. Alec getting low in the meantime. time. Blazing Speed's going to be used, forced into the first Ice Block.
Yeah, indeed, that was huge. They got their Ice Block, even though Swapsy was getting so low, they actually get it off. Alec might disrupt the dependencies. He uses that temporal shield that he could just dive through, so close to surviving. He just about gets it off. That was an insane play.
Yeah, but Tempo Storm has nothing left. That was Poike's bubble. One more crowd control. Alex could be all alone. There's the Earthshock stun. Stun on him and Poike. Alex all alone. Can they take him down? But Poike with the blessing of protection. Swapsy purges it off. Looking for the close this game out. Getting shot on Swapsy. Nixie flailing to keep his teammate alive. Alex trying to run away. Pistol stun comes in. And Method Black will close this series out. 3-1 against Tempo Storm.
Just absolutely running away with that series, and they're going to go to the upper final now because of it, and they're sending down a Tempo Storm that in that first